You're watching MAC basketball on a snowy Saturday in the Bronx, and it's a New York state of mind with the Siena Saints taking on the Manhattan Jaspers. Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you inside Draddy Gym and along with our broadcast with the Manhattan Jasper Hall of Famer Chris Smooth Williams. I'm Eddie Occhipenti, and we thank you for tuning in. Smooth, don't look now, but we are nearing the midway point in the conference schedule. All of these teams getting ready and ramping up for the conference tournament.
Good afternoon, partner. With that being said, no days off in this conference. Everybody has to bring it. We'll see what happens on the Saturday.
There's 5 teams separated by just a couple of games in the middle of these league standings. Siena and Manhattan are 2 of those teams. Take a look at this impact player matchup, Smooth. 2 really good players. They figured to hear their names called on the all-conference teams. Let's start with Gavin Doty.
Gavin has arguably the best motor in the league. This young man plays extremely hard, can play inside, can play out. Coach would like to see him shoot the 3 ball a little bit more.
Top 10 in the league in scoring and rebounding. Nobody plays more minutes in the MAC than Gavin Doty. While as we flip the script and look at this Manhattan Jaspers team, the motor behind Manhattan, Jaden Winston.
Jaden has been super consistent. This young man runs the show for the Jaspers. He can score the basketball, but he facilitates for his teammates. Looking forward to a Saturday for him to get them to the next level.
The youth of the nation are out in full force in New York City on a Wednesday morning for Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference women's basketball on ESPN+. Today, the Manhattan Jaspers play host to the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers. We welcome you courtside, top of the morning to you. Great to have you with us here in the Bronx. Alongside the Jasper Hall of Famer Chris Smooth Williams, I'm Jason Garrett. After a tough start to the season, Manhattan is playing some of their best basketball of the year, winners of 3 of their last 4.
Good morning, partner. This is one of my favorite games of the season. Kids Day, excitement, and breakfast basketball.
Absolutely. Mount St. Mary's is 3-3 in the MAC as well, and they have what most of the teams in this conference really desire, a true go-to player. That's Gabrielle Kennerly for the Mountaineers.
No doubt about it. This young lady is a 3-level scorer, possibly the best guard in the conference. She can score inside, outside. She does a little bit of everything, and she also defends.
What the Mount is looking for is a consistent second scorer behind Kennerly. That's one of the reasons Manhattan has won 3 of their last 4. It's been the play of Elisa Soule-Sanchez.
Elisa brings instant energy. This young lady thrives in transition. She's not afraid to take chances. The Jaspers do well when she's clicking.
Antoine White's starting 5, brought to you by the Air Force Reserve. Gianna Hodnott joins Kennerly in the backcourt. Berlin Carlson has been hot from deep lately in her first season down in Emmitsburg. Jaden Jamison also at the forward spot. Amber Ballard, the Philadelphia native at 6'4", provides a presence in the middle. Manhattan goes with the same starting 5 they've been using over the last couple of weeks. Davis, Mule, and Soule-Sanchez, a dynamic backcourt, but the Jaspers really want to get it to their post players inside. Christina Juric and Colette Mulderig have both been outstanding in MAC play so far.
Anthony Isaac, offensive rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. Manhattan leading by 2, Smooth. And when you score your 1,000th point, we always have to give it a look back.
You got to give a lot of love here. Winston creating some space off the bounce, gets himself right into that lane area, mid-range. He'll take it.
As they lead over Manhattan by 7.
We talked about this young man in the opening, but Eddie, look at the height on the raise up on the jumper. Up and down finish, all bottom.
Stolen by Terrence Jones. Here's Winston, all the way, reverse off glass and in.
Dexter, that's beautiful transition. Again, off the defense, get it into the hands of Winston, uses that rim, quick layup. Jaspers under 10 points, 9 right now.
Winston would not be denied. He's got 18 points here. That's a team high for him. He's been highly efficient, and look at what he did, turn the defense into offense.
Look how fast he gets out, gets right to the rim, uses that rim as a shield, gets it in. Jaspers down by 9.
Now this second half is starting to mirror the first half, where certain themes developed, and one of them was a very veteran backcourt for Manhattan that we've talked about with Dinkins and Winston. But you know what? How impressive in person has the rookie front court of Benjamin and Wooker-Fennig been?
I love this graphic. You have the rookie bookends from Bergen Catholic. We've seen early on Again, they go to the glass hard, they have post presence, and they play extended minutes as freshmen, which you don't see a lot right now in college basketball, so you know their weight in gold. But then you move over to the Jaspers, the solid vets in the backcourt. You need good, strong guards. Smaller guards, they play big minutes, and they play bigger than they are. 15.3, 14.6, they can score it, pass it, and they keep this Jasper team together.
All four of those players, as you saw in that graphic, play over 30 minutes a game. It's in the top 16 in this league. We just mentioned free throws are going to play a role in every game down the stretch. Look at these numbers. These teams are top 5 in the nation in free throw shooting, 1 and 2 in the league.
Wow.
Unbelievable, but Smooth, it's funny. We've seen the best free throw shooters in the league miss a couple tonight. You wonder if this will play a role down the stretch. One of the best free throw shooters in the league. These are the top 2 free throw shooting teams in the league. But you mentioned how consistent Winston's been all year, Smooth. Look at those numbers and climbing up the career rankings as well.
No doubt about it, but I love the middle one. 90 straight starts. Nowadays, again, guys with injuries, changing lineups. He's been consistent on the floor, and he doesn't waver.
Trying to defend the Jaspers and what they want to do inside. As we mentioned, it's a lead for Iona when they've led at the half. Only 1 loss this season. That came against Marist, or excuse me, that came against St. Peter's at home for Manhattan. Not a single victory this season when trailing at the half, so either the trends will hold or the trends might get reversed in the second.
And we welcome you back inside Dratty Gym, where just 9 miles away resides their arch rivals, the Iona Gales, here on MAC Friday night, rivalry night, up in upstate New York in Buffalo. It's the Battle of the Bridge for the 194th time between Niagara and Canisius. Up in Connecticut, it's a really good matchup between Fairfield and first place Quinnipiac, as they've split their last 4 meetings. And let's go down to my state. Let's go to the Garden State with St. Peter's, last year's defending champs, by the way, and Ryder, as they meet to stay in the mix for the MAC tournament. And then after our game, Smooth, 9 p.m. national TV, Siena will visit Marist. MAC rivalry Friday night gets no better than this. High-scoring first half between Manhattan and Ryder here in Dratty Gym. A 45-43 lead for the Jaspers. Busy night in the league. Smooth, let's first take a look at the standings in the conference. Merrimack a half-game lead over Bashir Mason's St. Peter's Peacocks. We saw Siena a week ago playing well at this point.
No doubt about it. I love these standings. Merrimack, again, at 9-2, playing really good basketball. You know how I feel about St. Peter's. They're going to defend right off the bus against Siena. We saw them up close. They've been playing really good basketball since they've seen us.
Canisius, Niagara, Ryder, not on the graphic right there, because the top 10 make the conference tournament down in Atlantic City. We'll be down there March 5th through the 10th at historic Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. We look around the league. Siena, Smooth, is the only team in the league with a winning road record. They have a lead on the road at Niagara.
Again, love to see road wins. It gives me the impression that you'll be able to play well during the tournament, which is a neutral site.
Close games in New Rochelle, in Buffalo, and in Hamden. That's the league. But tonight, national TV, ESPNU, Mount St. Mary's and St. Peter's at 8 o'clock. I might hit that one on the way home, actually.
No question. I'm with you on that one, Mac Love. But again, as I've said before, Eddie, it's a 5 to 7 point lead. All these games will be close. How do you close them out within the last 3 to 4 minutes, which is winning time?
We had Kevin Baggett tell us the same thing during the week. I love the phrase you use. It indeed is winning time. So you see the close games. Doesn't matter if you're at the top of the standings or at the bottom of the standings. It is a close game night in and night out. That national TV game at 8 o'clock on ESPNU between the Mountaineers and the Peacocks, going to be an interesting and fun one. That's the last 2 champions in this league, with the Mount winning last year. You highlighted it. Merrimack just doesn't stop since joining the league. They have continued to play well.
Again, take a look at the wins. Quinnipiac, Siena, Marist, top teams in the league. They're not afraid. It comes from their coach. Doesn't back down from anything.
Siena's the only team in the league, as we mentioned, with a winning road record. They have the lead right now at Niagara. They are a dangerous team come tournament time.
Again, we talked about the road wins, but they've been shooting the 3-ball much better.
And don't look now, but getting healthy and winning Sacred Heart after a tough start, getting key players back, they're starting to surge.
Anquan Hill back in the fold. Welcome back. Again, an all-league player makes a big-time difference with the Pioneers.
4 wins in a row for Anthony Latina's Pioneers. 45-43 here in the Bronx. Manhattan a lead over Ryder. Keep it right here.